Before to go to the racing weekend, we have to talk about something, guys. What happened in Miami, in the Miami Grand Prix? If you watch the live stream or the replay on YouTube, the race highlights, you know that I have a massive crash in the lap for 54, for 3 laps to go with higher. And this is the moment where I've been changing in a bad race by my part. A lot of mistakes. I had pace to fight for points, but my own mistakes, ruin everything. And this is the moment of the accident. Let's watch it. Terrible. Wow, massive crash. Massive crash. And this is the action. As I said in YouTube, in my community tab, and after the streaming, it was my fault. It was my fault at that time. I did not calculate right the space between the wall and the Hayar's car. You can look at this angle. He's attacking by the inside, and now we have a little turn to the right side. Here is not visible, but basically I tried to turn in, and I didn't realize Hayar was passing me right now, and he had a space, but it was really minimum. Massive car crashing into the wall on 300, I don't know, 30 kph, something like that. Crazy accident. And here is visible. We are turning to the left, and now he attacks by the outside. Almost touching me with the front wing, by the way. And at this point, I'm closing in the line more and more. I don't know why I'm losing the music. I lost the sound of the... sorry. I'm losing the sound of the game. I don't know why. Sorry, guys. Let me do something. I don't know what is happening. Losing the sound of the game. Okay, let's continue. I don't know what is happening, guys. I'm losing the game sound. So he closed now the line, and here at that point the space is possible to pass, but I start to keep closing the line, and it touched the wall higher, and that's touching the wall rebounds into my car, and higher claiming that move. Another view probably here is at this point. Look at the space. It's not enough. Wow, here is not really visible. Maybe in this take. This one is the most clarified one. Yeah, there is not a space. To be honest, probably was a lack of focus or something. I was a bit tired at that point, 54 laps driving, and maybe I was thinking it will come later, not as soon as at this point. So I tried to take the line to the outside to open the line to brake, and I didn't realize it was coming right now. So yeah, my mistake, as I said. So yeah, basically, guys, this is something I wanted to show you, but it was not nice to have this accident. But move on. Now we have a new opportunity to do a good race once again in a track that I really like. But I have to say that race in Miami, I was checking the replays, and I had a lot of little mistakes that were costing me time. And also, I had to say Alex Albon he did an amazing move into me, and in another drivers. I had a lot of barrels on track in Miami, guys. Let me do. You are not watching the game. I had a lot of fun battles out there, but I have the feeling that I have to be more aggressive, guys. Basically, after checking the replay, I had the feeling now from now I have to be more aggressive in attacking and defending, not to crashing into someone. But with this new AI difficulty, I think AI cards are also more aggressive. I had that feeling after doing the race in Miami in 105, the new difficulty we are playing since Miami. And this is something I have to learn for Imola this weekend. I will try to be more aggressive, you know, especially in special situations. For example, in the second stint on the medium, just I exit from the pit lane and I catch higher that was on all tires. I was not aggressive enough to pass higher as soon as possible, and that's why probably Albon passed me using the opportunity. I was stuck behind higher, and this is something we have to improve. I have to improve these kind of things. So let's see what we can do this weekend. Learning from Miami. Move on, guys. Let's try to do better. Saying that, let's start the weekend. Let's advance time. As you can see in the timeline, we have a lot of upgrades in the pocket. Let's see if all of them are ready for Imola. Tire blankets that I developed myself. And Albon have 2 upgrades in the Venturi tunnels. No, sorry, one upgrade about the Venturi tunnel. That is an aerodynamic upgrade. Let's see if both upgrades are complete. Yes. And
okay, mate.
No.
We were expecting some new developments to come through, but I'm afraid to say that some of them have failed quality control. We're going to need to tell the team what to redevelop via the R&D screen.
Yeah, unfortunately the Albon upgrade didn't work. Unfortunately, so yeah, what a shame. It's a real shame, but it will have to redevelop or something. We have messages, by the way, from my partner Elena, driving rating rival, almost there. Hi Danny, you are really showing as a higher who is informed driver. You are stamping down your authority in almost all areas. Keep this up and your current rivalry will only be going on one way, yours. Yeah, I don't really understand this. I think I have much better rating than higher, so basically what I had to do is to reach the 69 target. I think I'm really close. So I don't know why I have this rivalry. I did not choose this rivalry because I have another message that is telling me people close to the sport are comparing your skills to Isaac higher and are starting to consider the two of you as on-track rivals. This won't do us any harm, especially if we can show that we have each of them every race we can. And it's funny because this is the driver where I crash who I crash in the weekend in Miami. So look, we have a real rivalry. But for the moment we are ahead in the ratings. So I have, I heard that if you win these rivalries, you can gain a lot of points in the ratings, because this is something I never done, to win rating rivalries. So let's see if it's true that we can gain a lot of points in the rating beating higher. So I think we have to reach 69. I think we are close. Let me check it later on, but I think we are close. Before to check that, specialist. This weekend we have the manufacturer expert, 2 goals available, really close to reach level 1. That will unlock level 1, and my accuracy will reduce failing in 10%. That is nice. Goals: complete the weekend with no more than 4 collisions with other cars, or keep tires below 120 degrees on dry, 100 on inter, or 90 degrees on wet. Let's select this one again. Last weekend we were not able to complete this one because I had 3 warnings in the sprint race because of track limits. Let's see if this weekend we have no collisions or warnings. Wind tunnel. We need 500 more points to reach level 1. Open the DRS slot for more than 45 seconds during a race weekend, or achieve an average corner speed of 167.37 kph during the race. Let's select this one, that looks easy. Power unit consultant. We are still far away from level 1. Let's see if we can gain more points. Use overtake ERS mode for 35 seconds during a race weekend, or achieve 3 purple sectors during race weekend. This one is much easier. So, and fabrication material planner is not available, and the quality assurance is not available, and the strategy analysis. This is very interesting because if we reach level 1, we can increase our resource points in 30%. That's very nice. But we still need a lot of points, so let's see if we can keep improving this area. Goal available: complete a driver lab in 2 different sessions, or complete the race strategy practice program on 2 different tire types. Let's do this one, that is easier. And by the way, let's set the strategy analysis, the primary, I don't know how it says, primary specialist. That basically, if you set one of your departments as primary specialist, you gain more points. So we need more points in this area, and really interesting to reach level 1 in this department. So let's go for it. Driver details, as I said, my current rating is 68. The target we set this weekend, this season, is 75. I think it's possible. So let's go for it. In accolades, as I said, I think we can have chances to reach the top 10 finishes in this season. 10, we have 4, and we need only 3 points more to achieve the championship points accolade. So that's very nice. This is the rivals, guys. First of all, with Albon, finally Alex beat me in something this weekend, that is in race. He did a better good weekend. Points in a sprint, points in race. So basically, he got 2 points, but we are in a good advantage still. We have 47 points. In qualifying results, I was able to beat again Alex, so still being 6-0. We have a podium in Saudi Arabia, and the highest qualifying position is second, highest than Albon. And in race results, finally beat me, so 5-1, but we have advantage still. Best finishing position now is 10 for Alex. I still have in the podium in Saudi Arabia, so still very good.
The driver ratings rivalry will track your overall rating versus your rivals. You'll need to be ahead by a certain amount to be declared the winner. Here you can see the gap needed to win, as well as the rewards that will be given.
Okay, as I said, this is the rivalry. We have 9 ratings with higher, so it's very important to finish ahead of higher this weekend. We are ahead in almost every area, as you can see in my ratings comparison to higher. So, but basically we need a 69 rating. I don't know how much close we are, but definitely want to beat Isaac in the ratings in that way, to gain more points. So it's interesting. Let's see if we can win this rivalry, guys. We are close, very close. And in the ratings, exactly the ratings, well, we're in 68. Yeah, still a long way to go to reach 69. I'm not sure if this weekend, doing everything right, we will get 69. But anyway, yes, we have to complete a good weekend. Experience keep increasing. Despite I didn't complete the Miami race, but it was marked as a complete because I crashed in lap 54 or 57. So that means I complete more than 90% of the race. So in that case, you are classified, even not finishing the race. That's why the experience keep increasing. The racecraft, obviously, after my bad position in racecraft, still where it was in Miami. In awareness, no penalties. Even in the accident, the marshals consider that was even higher fault. Higher receive a warning for crashing into me. Not agree, but I take it. Obviously, for me, it's much more beneficial. In pace, well, it was increasing a bit, maybe because in qualifying I did a good result. I beat Alex, I was in Q3. And the focus, obviously, dropped a bit because my race was terrible. So, in rating comparison, as we saw, we are ahead of we should to be ahead of higher, but I don't know what is. This is higher. We are in 68, so basically we are ahead of him. Higher have a very low rating. Definitely should increase the rating of Isaac higher. It's really low, and we are seeing in the real F1 season that is probably being the best rookie of the season for me, Isaac higher. Now Ortelet is starting to doing well. I don't know why higher is still in 67. The developers of the game do should to increase the rating of Isaac higher. Move on to R&D, guys. R&D, super important as always. This weekend we have 733 points. And we have a new upgrade, that is the tire blankets. That means this weekend we have a better tire, let's say tire wear. So that's nice. But let's see what we can develop, guys. This is what the upgrade that failed Alex, the Venturi tunnels. Maybe I can redevelop the upgrade. But also we can develop the wing legs. This is the upgrade that Albon failed. We can develop it, I think. But let's see if we do that or not. Upgrade complete. So upgrade is complete. Wow, we have 3 upgrades in chassis. So that's nice because Imola is a track where you need a good chassis, I think. And we unlock the monocoque structure to develop, so that's nice. The monocoque structure is this one, but we have no points actually. But it's a major upgrade. That should be interesting to develop. But we have no upgrades. Points for doing that. In powertrain, we can develop the ignition system. And in durability, as I said, the energy store. This is exactly what we have to improve and we can't. This is the only thing I would like to improve. The energy store, but unfortunately it's not available to develop because to develop the energy store, I think we need to develop exactly the MUH. So maybe I spend the points on developing the MUH. Why? Because unlocks the energy store improved materials. And why I'm interested in to improve the energy store? As I said multiple times, is the only component of the car that is in risk of extra usage. I only have 2 energy stores for the whole season. This one is in 51, so that means from now it will start to lose capacity in the battery. So from now we will have to start to use the second unit in qualifying and races. And obviously the first energy store in only 6 races was in 50% wear. That means in the race 13, 12, 13, the second unit will be at that wear. So probably we'll have to use a third one at some point. And to have grid penalties, you know. I would like to avoid that situation, so if we improve the reliability of the energy store as soon as possible, maybe we are safe using the second unit the whole season and to avoiding penalties. That's the reason. So let's try to do that. I'm really interested in to do that. I will improve the MUH this weekend, guys. Even I know it's not a performance, upgrade, but I think I really want to unlock the energy store improved materials. So let's try to rush to get this upgrade as soon as possible. Big chances to fail. It should be ready before Monaco, but let's see if we can do it. Done. So that means actually we have no more points to spend in anything else. So, but anyway, it's a bit sacrificing to do that. But let's try to do this for a big beneficial in the future. Let's see, guys. So basically, Albon is also developing durability upgrades that are not necessary, in my opinion. To be honest, the gearbox is not necessary. We have a new gearbox per Grand Prix. But anyway, we are doing that. By the way, vehicle. As I said, from now I will start to play with the number of units. Gearbox, we have 24 gearboxes, so no problem. I will use a new one for this weekend, no problem. And the turbo, I will use this first unit for practice 1, 2 and 3. The eye is the same. because the second unit, I am starting to use the second unit, and in that way I can save wear using the first ice and the first turbo during the practice sessions, and also even the heat. I will have to change soon to another one, and obviously the energy store, I will have to use the second one in qualifying and race. So we are starting to play with that and move on to the weekend tire allocation. Okay, for this weekend, big news. For the first time, we will use the C6 tire. That is the softest. It's a new tire that's even softer than the C5, so probably it will be only available for qualifying and useful for qualifying. But in that regard, Imola is a Grand Prix or a circuit that, well, the tire wear is, let's say, balanced. It's possible probably do 2 stops and 1 stop, but the pin lane of Imola is really long. You lose a lot of time in the pin lane of Imola. So I think the ideal strategy is 1 stop here, I think. So it should be nice to have 2 sets of mediums, you know, or 2 sets of hards instead. Which tire should be better here? Probably the medium tire here is the C5. That in most of the circuits is the red tire. So I think for this Grand Prix it's much interesting to have hard tires for race day. That should be much interesting to have 2 sets of hards for the race, just in case we need to do 2 stops, because 2 sets of mediums here is the C5. So it's not a good tire. I think it will not be a tire that will last too much. I had that feeling. So I think for this Grand Prix it should be very interesting to have 2 sets of hards. So for the first time I will choose the harder tire location because of that. That means that I cannot test this tire in practice, but well, I know this tire really well from other Grand Prix, and I think it will not be a problem. So basically this is gonna be the tire allocation, guys. Probably this weekend will be interesting because the C6 probably will be a so fragile tire that we have to take care in usage. So probably I will reserve a couple of them for practice 3, or maybe I save a medium tire for practice 3, only using softs. Let's see, it will be interesting to know. It will be interesting to see what I can do. So yeah, the harder tire allocation is the choose one this Grand Prix, guys. And finally the standings. Well, after the crash in Miami, obviously no points. A couple of drivers passed me. Leclerc, that won the Grand Prix. I think Tsunoda as well passed me in the championship. We are 7th, but still being in a very nice position, ahead of Hamilton or Antonelli, for example. I will try to fight for that P8 in the standings, in the driver standings. I think it's possible to finish ahead of Antonelli, and if we do that, we can get a seat for Mercedes in F126 career mode. That should be my mission for the next season. So that's my real goal: finish ahead of Antonelli. Then Albon finally got points, 2 points, 1 in a sprint, 1 in race, but obviously still far away from me. And also the rest of my rivals. Ocon still scoring points very consistently, but not too much per weekend, so we still having big advantage over Ocon. Alonso as well. And in the constructors, thanks to the points of Albon, we increased the gap a bit with the Haas and Aston Martin, at the gap still being really big thanks to my points. Ferrari is now 3rd, and McLaren and Red Bull are really close each other. Nice fight. And as you can see in the season results, after 4 wins in a row by Max, Leclerc won that Grand Prix. A very strong weekend by Ferrari in Miami, despite the DNF of Hamilton. I don't know. This is wrong. The results in Miami sprint results. It's not wrong. It's not right. This. Anyway. Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc did an incredible weekend in Miami, 1 and 2 in the sprint. I think Leclerc won also the sprint, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, as I said, great results by Ferrari in Miami. Verstappen in the race was second, so he was there. And then is Piastri and Norris. That should be the natural rivals of Verstappen for the championship. They finished third, Norris 4 and Piastri, and they are still losing points with Max Verstappen. So at some point they have to start to win races. They have the fastest car. Russell very consistent, the most consistent driver along to Verstappen in the season, still in 4, and Leclerc big points after the win is for Tsunoda. He's not doing so bad as in real life, definitely, but obviously much worse than Max Verstappen. And then it's me that we have no DNF because, as I said, in Miami I crashed, but I complete more than 90% of the race. That's why I finished 18. That's nice. But obviously after the great podium achieved in Saudi Arabia, this was terrible to see. Anyway, 4 races in points of 6, 4 races in top 5. Obviously, since Miami, we are playing in a new difficulty, so probably to achieve the results we achieved in the first 5 races will be difficult. But obviously, I have pace to fight for points in Imola and in the rest of the season, so I'm not worried about. Then is Hamilton with 2 DNFs, very unlucky Hamilton. At some point, he will have to get good results. And Antonelli is still there, scoring points, but not too much in comparison to Russell. And then is Ocon, for me one of the best drivers of the season, scoring points every weekend except in Bahrain, that it was 11th, so very consistent. Alonso, after a great start of the season, 2 consecutive races without points. It's true that in Miami he contacted me breaking the front wing, and he had a front wing damage the whole race, probably that cost him fight for points. Then is Gasly with 6 points, Lawson that did the best weekend, finally scoring points as well. For the first time, great race, finishing 8th, and then Albon, as I said, finishing 10 and 8th in the sprint, so 2 points. Stroll have 1 point, and then is from Hülkenberg to Hayar, anyone have points, both Sauber 0 points, Duhan no points, Verban no points, Hayar no points, basically all rookies, except Lawson. Well, Lawson is not a rookie, it's not a proper rookie, but the other 4 still having to score points. Trophies, we have the trophy of Saudi Arabia, and obviously the bad result of Miami. And the stats, our average finish is now higher because of the crash, is 8, but the average grid is still in 6, so great. Almost 4,000 kilometers driven, that's nice, and a lot of laps. So, now guys, after checking all this stuff, we are ready. We are ready to go to Imola. Very important. Now we have to see the weather forecast. It will be the first wet race or wet qualifying session, because until the moment, no rain at all in any of the rest of the Grand Prix. Just a little shower in Q2 in Australia, but was just some minutes. So really interesting to see the weather forecast, guys, to be honest. And tire allocation, the harder this weekend. We explained why previously. So I think we are ready. Don't forget, guys, I will just start the practice 1 session in 19 minutes on Twitch and Kick. And I don't know, I think people on YouTube is not, for some reason, I don't know what is happening with YouTube, guys. I was not able to connect my YouTube account and having troubles. Let's see if I can fix them for the race preview on Sunday, but I don't know what is happening with YouTube this weekend. It's a shame, because I really want, for the second time in a row, I'm not live streaming the weekend preview on YouTube, and people is missing. Anyway, I will upload the VOD later on, but this is a real shame. I don't know what is happening. People on Twitch and Kick, no problem. So let's continue right now to the race weekend. And also, by the way, thank you so much, guys, for your support as always. Really nice to see. Let's see if this weekend we can do something great in Imola, track that I really love. And this is a track that is a scan with the LiDAR system as well. The last one of the season. It should feel amazing to be driving here with a scan track. We are now in Imola, Italy. Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Albon is really happy now because for the first time he beat me in race. I starting to having a rival. Oh, rain, but only in practice. Looks that only in practice. We can preview. We have 2 sets of hards, 3 mediums and 8 of soft. Development upgrades. Wow, we have a lot of upgrades in the chassis. Morning everyone, as you know, we have some of our developments come through. However, not everything passed quality control. Danny Alexander will need you to confirm the redevelopment on your R&D screens. Everyone else, I'll update anything that affects you individually. Mark. 3 chassis upgrades, guys. Let's see where we are in the performance panel later on. And the weather forecast. No rain. Once again, no rain. Cloudy or with some clouds in race, and in qualifying we'll start with some clouds and overcast at the end. If we pass to Q3, maybe there is some rain at the end of qualifying. No, I don't know. But another dry race, and now we have some rain. Practice 1 and 2. That is not nice. It's not nice at all because it's useless. But because if it's not raining in race and qualifying, no sense to run on wet conditions. So probably this weekend or today, especially today, we will have to pass to stay in the garage a couple of minutes, you know, guys. Before to go to the, you know, to the Grand Prix weekend or the practice 1 session, guys. Let's watch the performance race. This weekend we are now officially the 5th fastest team, once again beating Aston Martin thanks to our upgrades. Not by much, but we are ahead now. Alpine did a big step here. They are closer to us. RB as well. I think RB, Aston Martin, and we are really close, and Alpine is closing the gap as well. Haas and Sauber definitely are, you know, losing ground. So basically, that's interesting. We can have a nice battle against RB, Alpine, and Aston to fight for points. Mercedes, Ferrari improve, especially Ferrari. Also Red Bull that increased the gap and once again still being the fastest car this weekend. Are really close to McLaren, and Ferrari is getting closer. So tight battle there between these teams. Let's see what we can do this weekend, but it's promising. Looks a very tight fight between the midfield bar teams and the top teams. As I said, let's use for the practice sessions the number 1 turbo and ice, and then in qualifying I will use the second unit as I don't know. Yeah, sorry. As the energy store, I will use the second unit in race and qualifying. Maybe the heat no still is in 61, and the kinetic is in 29. So and the electronics is in just 8%. So I think, yeah, definitely we have margin enough. For this practice session we have a soft and medium tires. Maybe the second medium I will reserve for practice 3, probably, because it won't be raining and we can have more time to use it. So probably in practice 2 I will use 2 sets of soft tires. So that's the plan. That's the plan, guys. For this weekend we have the tire management program, the fuel management program, and the race strategy program. So probably for this practice 1 I will try to pass fuel management and tire management, and later on probably maybe the race strategy program is still to complete in this practice 1 session as well. So maybe I try to complete all programs in this practice 1, and then we will have more time to do the rest of things and programs in the practice 2 and 3. So also obviously depend of when rain comes, so we have to consider that. But basically this is the plan, and this is the start of the weekend in the weekend preview. Really excited on this one, guys, because definitely it's a track that I really love to drive here. Last season, in the last game last year, it was one of the most intense Grand Prix, starting last after a very bad qualifying lap. We pit really early, we undercut a lot of people, and that allowed us to be even on points until the last part of the race. But we were past, I think it was Gasly or one Alpine, I don't remember who was, past us, being in P11, and then Alex passed us as well in the final part of the race, and we were fighting with Alex, passing Alex, I think, in the last lap of the race, in the main straight, after a good tangle or good battles we have with him. Even he was pushing me wide into the grass in the main straight. You can watch that race in my YouTube channel. You have there the race, and it was very nice battle with Alex. Finishing in P11, that at that time in F124 was my best result, because I started in a really bad way the 24 season. I had a lot of troubles to adapt my driving style to that car, and also to the game. The driving was terrible. I had to spend a lot of time to adapt to myself to that car. So that was my first good race in F124. It was the point when I started to have some chances or hopes to score points on day in F124. Fortunately, in the second half, I did an incredible second half of the season, scoring a lot of points. And now in this F125 is the opposite. We are doing an incredible start of the season, despite the crash we have in Miami. But even in Miami, doing the things right, I had pace to fight for points. But yeah, it's not a track that is probably one of my worst tracks. It's a very difficult track for me. But anyway, now in Imola, definitely it's a track that I really love. I normally fast, but with the new AI difficulty, it will be challenging. But I'm fast, so I predict a really tight battle for points. So let's see, the strategy will be super important, and especially with the tires we have in this weekend that are super soft, really soft. I think tire management will be very important as well, once again, as in Miami, and tire strategy will be absolutely fundamental and crucial. So let's see if we can do one stop, but this is something we have to discuss on Sunday. So let's see, guys. Now still 10 minutes to starting the practice session. Meanwhile, if you are watching on this on Kick, please follow me and subscribe. Super important. On Twitch as well, guys. Let's start the practice one session. So your follow help me a lot to keep doing these streamings. And as I said, in a very exciting weekend, this track is really nice for watching race action. It's super fast, narrow, technical. I'm sure you will enjoy my practice sessions, as obviously qualifying and race. So make sure you follow me on Twitch, guys, on Kick as well. We will have fun. Here. And obviously this practice session is very important because it's the first contact. I have to understand how the car behavior and everything. Let's see when it rains. Will be very important to know. So don't miss it, guys. So now, guys, let me refill the bottle of water. Let me put the shocks on the gloves, and see you in very soon, guys. I come back as soon as possible. So let's go for it. Don't move, guys. Don't move.